Your audience is out there. Let's go find them. Before we worry about bringing them to us, let's see if we can find them. And there's a search engine built for finding blogs, searching blogs. It's called Technorati. So you type any word or phrase right here that's relevant to what you do, your industry, your target audience, and it will bring you back an answer of, out of those 200 million blogs, which ones are the most authoritative on that topic. And so here I have a list for you, the top business blogs. Number 1, Calculated Risk. Number 2, Zero Hedge. Number 3, Naked Capitalism. What Technorati does is it looks at how many people read, cite, and link to a blog, and they call that the authority score, 1 to 1,000. You get anything that's in triple digits, you found your audience. Now, a blog is not a website. It's a dialogue. You can comment. So why not comment? Why not share information cocktail party style right here? Because one thing you do when you comment on a blog, you get to share your website so people can very quickly get back to you, which is a strategy of essentially generating direct inbound traffic. So think about it. Are there a few blogs in this industry that would be useful for some of our people to read and occasionally share information? Because that's the way. Go out and participate to create visibility for the organization, even before we worry about our own blog. Now, let's talk about this orange button that's on the blog. By the way, you'll see that orange button everywhere once you start looking. It stands for, technically, for any IT people in the room, really simple syndication. But I'm on a one-person simplification campaign here. It is really simple subscription. I've renamed it because it is so much like subscribing to a magazine. So think about subscribing to a magazine. I like Sports Illustrated. I want to go there and I buy it every single week at the newsstand unless I forget to. So I don't want that to happen. I want it to come to me. So I subscribe, and automatically every time there's a new issue, it comes right to my mailbox. You guys like my mailbox? Yeah, one of my friends says, you know, Dave, that's really not fair to the postal workers who have to pull up in front of that thing every day. Another friend says, don't worry, if they're right here, that's okay. When you see them back on this side, that's when you start to worry. Now, this idea of Sports Illustrated being delivered automatically to my mailbox every time there's a new issue, same concept with really simple subscription. When you click the orange button on a blog, that content is going to come to you thereafter. Now, we all get enough email, so don't bring it to your email box. That is an option, but we don't need that. Have you ever noticed, when you've gone to Google's homepage, and you're going to search for something right here, that down here in the corner is something called iGoogle. Now, you know it's going to be cooler than the regular Google, right? It's got the I. iGoogle is a dashboard for RSS content. And check this out. Every time I see something valuable, I click the orange button. It says, would you like to add it to iGoogle? I say yes, and it lives right on my Google homepage. There's the Google search box. But now here is all the content that I have found over time that is of value to me. So for example, there's this really smart guy in Russia named Greg Sattel that writes about social media. I don't have to go to his website or his blog. It comes to me right there, Digital Tanto. Why Windows 8 will put Microsoft back on top. Now, I don't try to read everything, but that post was interesting. Click, I'll read it. This is a dashboard. You can scan it quickly and read the things of interest. Church of the Customer blog. If you are into customer service excellence, read this. I don't have to find it. It comes to me. FedEx's apology, expertly delivered. Click. Remember the time when the FedEx delivery guy was in that gated community and he had a 40-inch high-def monitor and there was a gate around the house, and so he just heaves that thing right over the gate. Well, there was a security cam that caught him doing that. It was viewed 3 million times in 48 hours. By the way, cumulative viewership today is now 9 million. What do you do if you're FedEx? What they did was brilliant, and I learned about it right there. So this is my dashboard for my world. You can build your own dashboard for your world using iGoogle. Or maybe you can't, because Google is going to shut this thing down. November 1st, 2013, it's gone. So in one of the all-time classic shoot yourself in the foot kind of moves, I went to Google and I said, is there a good iGoogle replacement? And they said, yes, Dave, why don't you go here? It's not us, but here is igHome. You'll still have your Google search box. You'll still have your Church of the Customer blog. You'll still have your Digital Tanto. You can have your weather. You can have your stocks. You can have your Twitter. You can have your Facebook. So igHome, free market to the rescue. Right now it's free. I hope it stays free forever. I hope these guys succeed wildly, because if Google is going to take something away, well, Free market to the rescue.
Why are they taking it away?
Because they are trying, this is very consumer unfriendly, but they're trying to force us to go into Google+. So by the way, we're also going to take away Google Reader. It's already gone. It was retired in July. We're going to take away Google Places, right? So we're going to take away a whole bunch of stuff you love. So you will come into Google+. Yep. We're going to drag you kicking and screaming. By the way, I personally like Google+, but it's a pretty consumer unfriendly approach. Sort of like Microsoft. They're doing the same thing, right? So Microsoft, they redesigned our PCs while we weren't looking to look like an iPad, right? Windows 8 live tiles so they can succeed in the mobile business. So companies do crazy things all the time to try not to be the next BlackBerry. So we'll see about Microsoft or about Google for that matter. Google is fundamentally threatened by Facebook. Why would I Google something if I could query my friends, right? I want to see what they say about a movie, they say about a restaurant, they say about a company, an employer. And so Facebook is putting more and more into search. So Google has to put more and more into social. Those are your top two companies, and they're coming together like a... So Google will succeed in social, or die trying. So that's the quick answer on what happened to iGoogle. Now, you can go to pretty much any media site you want. NewYorkTimes.com, find an RSS directory. Hey, we're business people. Click the business listing of RSS feeds and then click the economy one. You know what? That'll bring you the 3 newest pieces of news on the economy, straight from the New York Times. By the way, if we go back to that desktop, did you notice how many things are in each category? 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. So this is not like email where it builds up on you. You'll just see the 3 newest things at all time from whatever site you happen to be subscribing to. So you want the 3 newest pieces of economy news? Well, there you go from the New York Times for free. So we would all benefit in a world of information overload to creating a dashboard, not of everything, but of the things relevant to us. Now, one other reason I wanted to explain this. If you are Gen X, Gen Y, hey, push is out. Stop it. Create something of value, I will opt in. So, pull is in. Outbound marketing in the traditional sense is dying. Create value, content, inbound marketing. I'll come to you. It's like Dr. Lee, right? 2 stretches that help with back pain. People are coming to him. So this is the shift that we're seeing. And by the way, I said Gen X, Gen Y. Remember the ages? By definition, Generation Y is born between 1982 and 2000. So they are now 31 years old and in the workplace. Gen X, 1964 to 1982. They are now 49 this year, right? So what's happening to our baby boomer customers? Our traditional, that segment is starting to shrink. That segment is starting to retire, or at least they wish they could. So increasingly, we have to pay attention to these, what I might call digital natives.